Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whoever you are. Good day. DLS, back again. Tidal Rave, Ghana, Accra.
Yeah.
Pandemonium.
Yes.
Everywhere there's entertainment in Ghana, you gotta know something is gonna go down. Like the showdown. Remember the showdown? All right. So yeah, this is what we're gonna talk about on DLS today. I mean, we're kind of like getting tired of talking about it. It's like there is no unity in our entertainment industry, and it's so sickening because all these guys we're talking about are not like newbies. They're not rookies in the game. They've been in the game for years and years and years and years. So why is it every time there's like an entertainment, like, you know, show or party or wherever like the celebrities kind of show up, there's always something to go down that is either disrespectful to somebody or somebody did something, somebody said something. There's always going to be some sort of disrespect. This is what we talk about on DLS. All right, so we're back again on DLS. Today we're going to take it from the entertainment spectrum, so to speak. So there's been like, you know, a considerable amount of like, you know, brouhaha on the internet about the Tidal Rave that went down in Accra. Was it Labadi, right? Labadi. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So apparently Stonebwoy was performing, and then I think he took too long. His time was up. He did not get off the stage as planned, and people from the camp of Sarkodie got really, really pissed off. They were like, yo, you cannot disrespect our star like that, right? Because he also has to come up on stage. His fans are waiting for him. So we're going to find out who was in the wrong, who was in the right, or is it just sheer, like, you know, indiscipline in the industry? All right, so what do you think? Do you think anybody's in the right in this case? Was Stonebwoy wrong for not getting off stage when his time was up? Or was Sark's team manager, whatever, was he right for coming onto the stage and telling him, yo, you got to F off the stage?
First and foremost, yeah, I think we have a poor communication problem in Ghana. That is one. Mm-hmm. Two, it seems like we are hitting each other, mm-hmm. like hitting heads.
Yeah,
you know, and yes, it is a field where you need to challenge yourself.
Yeah,
but the level of animosity that they mm-hmm. created among artists and stuff is too toxic. To some extent, I feel it's too toxic, mm-hmm. because
is it to the industry or to the artists themselves?
To the artists, to the industry.
Okay,
that's you understand? Yeah. Because when you look at Ghana, is a small country, mm-hmm. and truth be told, we have brilliant artists. Mm-hmm. Shatawale, Sarkodie. No matter how you want to arrange your artists, Kwame Eugene, and we are talking about this. These are the youth ones. What about the older generation? You understand? Mm-hmm. And some of the things they are doing now, it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. You understand? To go on stage and trying to fight each other and trying to put somebody's mic away. And this is not me defending someone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But in general, it's a bad culture.
Yeah.
Because if you plan well,
mm-hmm.
and communicate well, issues like this will not happen. Mm.
It's possible to happen, but it will be very, like you're saying, very minimal.
Yeah, it's all about planning. So if you're able to plan well, it will be minimal.
Yeah.
Like but it is all boils down to communication.
Yeah.
Mm. You understand?
Right.
So that is my take. Mm-hmm. We need to work on our communication, because this industry is too small to have this level of negativity, mm-hmm. and tension. Mm. That is the thing, and tension. That's key.
Same outlook?
Same outlook. And I think that if we have our artists, famous, successful artists, keep doing this every now and then, where is room for collaboration? Where is room mm-hmm. for learning from each other? Mm-hmm. Where is room for selling out arenas? Yeah. People are elsewhere busy selling out arenas, mm-hmm. and you go to a small local pop joint, whatever,
kiosk,
and this happens. So mm-hmm. I mean, if someone is going to organize a big show, nationwide or international show, and he can't, and at local level we can't even put our artists together, who is willing to come and invest and lose money, because if this happens, then it tarnishes the image of it. So I think that it's a bad call, and our guys should. So my initial comments.
Yeah, on the marketing front, do you think there is a probable chance, right, that this was all planned to get the people in the media space talking, because it kind of like garners like discussions like this, right?
Listen,
so it possibly was like orchestrated, so people start talking about it.
This is why I don't like this other side of social media.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a negative stuff for people to talk about you. Let your work, your beautiful work, do the talking for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
When we talk about this Burna Boys and those other artists, that
Whiskey,
we are always quick to compare our artists to, when they go for their shows, they make it work. If they go to the O2s or even the small pubs or whatever, wherever they go and perform, they make sure everything is well organized.
Yeah.
And we talk about it. It looks beautiful on the eye. You understand? But it is only us. And fortunately, this time there was nobody like Shatta Wale where everybody will go like it was because Shatta was there.
He has come again.
It is actually the so-called what do you call it? Gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Their favorites that are now because when you feed on someone and that person is no more there, you start to feed on yourself. You understand? It is about time. Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale, yeah, and the rest, Saminis, and these are our gems.
Yeah.
Yes, you have every right to pick your favorite, but whatever you do is a gem. A diamond is a diamond, but there are different types of diamonds.
Right.
But what you can do is you can put those diamonds together and create a beautiful piece of work, and that is what for me. I don't get these gatekeepers and whatever. We have brilliant talent where if they are able to collab with each other and do events like what happened over the weekend with what I don't like using the old artists, but people who have made it before, they've also come and joined. The R2Bs and whatever, the Magus and whatever.
Yeah.
All these people, they are treasures. And we can use it as a tool to generate a huge income for our entertainment industry. But if we have to go for events, festivals or events, and they have to come there and try to fight each other, or put somebody's mic off, or somebody was delaying on stage, and all that, it means that you, the organizer of the event, if you come to me, I'm an investor, I'll look at your past events and I look at it and I'm like, you did not work well because your plan. What plan did you have? What did you what is the word? Your allocations. How did you allocate your slot for this artist that nobody would enter into somebody's time?
All right, let's go to the other side of the aisle. Gotcha. So what do you think? Do you think it was just like for hype?
Yeah.
I think looking at what has happened before, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't say that it was just for the hype. I think that generally most of these, sometimes it's not even the artists themselves who call for these things. It's usually the people around them, all those diehard fans, bodyguards, things like that. Why are you staying too long? You want to take the popularity from my guy and all that. So I don't want to believe that it was staged. I think that it was probably it wasn't even the call of Sarkodie's call. It was just his aides who thought that okay, we need to push our guy. And sometimes some of these people around these famous artists, they want to do something for the guy to know that okay, I'm your loyal. I'm loyal to you. I'm working harder, so they can get some of the because whoever shows his face the more is. Gets favor from the boss, so to speak.
Yeah, but we got to look at it from two angles, though, because if that is his job, then he's just doing his job.
Yeah.
But you know,
because let's not forget that Stonebwoy's time was up.
I don't even want us to go deep into why somebody's time was up and he was still on stage or whatever. Right. My thing is, it boils down to planning. Planning is everything.
Right.
I use this other artists, the Nigerians, and they know if I spend about 15 minutes, I know R2Bs will come and do 30 minutes, and this will.
Oh yeah, great. No, we get that point. That is awesome. But we want to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Do you think Sark's camp, the guy was wrong to just rush on stage and cut the microphone off, or do you think it was Stonebwoy's fault for staying, like, you know, his time was due and he just did not leave?
I think both sides can be questioned. You understand? But it boils down to planning. And you, the organizer or the one in charge, you kind of go like, okay, listen, because I know he has overdone his time, I can give you maybe 10 minutes more. And then,
or you mean to the next artist?
To the next artist.
But they are all on a timer, right? They all paid according to certain, like, you know, time slots.
That is what I'm saying. So planning, if it's well planned, an artist should not come on stage and enter into somebody's time.
Right.
If your structures are, because, and there's one thing I wanted to add, quick one. I don't know how they agree terms with this artist before they come. The rules and regulations around their performances. What you can do, what you cannot do. Because if you sign a contract and you put those things in there, and he goes against it 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it affects another artist, and it causes a sin like this, he knows legally he'll be held responsible. See, he wouldn't go above this. So it comes back to planning.
Gotcha.
I agree. I mean, with the planning, I want to add that usually when guys are performing, I mean, artists are performing, they have all these communication stuff in their ears. Sometimes it's for the music, for them to listen to the beat and all that. But they also communicate with them, their aides and even the organizers and all that. Stuff, because when he's busy out there doing his thing, you need to send him a message. You can do that. All that is part of the planning. If they plan very well and they have all these things, they could easily tell them, hey man, your time is up, we'll just give 1 more minute or something. Then the other artist guys don't even have to go there, because prior to the show, we've told you that we are running the show and we will control it from here, so don't do anything. So if you don't plan it properly and you don't provide any of those accessories, then it's likely to happen.
So after that, I think
even our organizers, how much money they invest in these shows, is like they just organize things. They don't really think about the details.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After the these Mujis from R2BC he came on stage and he said the same thing. I think he was interviewed or came on stage, I'm not really sure. And he said the same thing, like backstage was like on fire, right? They were kind of like chaotic. It was pretty chaotic. So the question now is, what do you think Shatta would have done?
It wouldn't,
if it was Shatta on stage. That is a really good question
Sarkodie
to
wouldn't
ask.
even dare. And this is the truth. According to what I've read and they wouldn't dare. You understand? Because of his people around, they will not allow you. You understand? But it goes back to, it is not the artist. It is. I don't want to put everything on the artist. I want to put it on the planning. Because when you plan well, everything is in place.
That's great, but I just want to ask you, can you create a scenario for us?
But if somebody like Shatta Wale, imagine the brouhaha. It was Shatta Wale who did.
Yeah, because his boys are also like, you know, like militants.
No, but if it was Shatta Wale who was on stage, and then let's say Sarkodie people want to, or the vice versa. First, the way the media would treat Shatta Wale would be different. The insults. Yeah. Secondly, the stage, on the stage, it would have been, but it wouldn't even happen.
So you think this guy would not dare go on stage?
No.
Shatta,
With
right?
Shatta Wale, they know.
Can you give us a scenario in case it was Shatta on stage? How do you think it would have panned
It's hard to read Shatta Wale. He could react on the show, or he could react afterwards on the social media. But I just want to say that like I was saying before, I don't think sometimes even the artists themselves are involved. Because they themselves are artists and they know that sometimes you get carried away and
with the crowd,
you are responding, they're responding to you want some more time and
the
all
energy,
that.
the vibe.
So Sarkodie might not even have had anything to. He might have just said,
I don't think it's got anything to do with Sark though.
He might have just said, the time was so crowd. Then boys just go wake up. These guys probably after the whole thing, they even called and talked and Charlie tried to tame your guys or something. But like I was saying, I think that sometimes it's just the people around them who go for these managers and the guys like that. So
The question though is how does this make us or the local artists look on the international stage? Because I mean, think about if Burna Boy, Whiskey, they're all watching this, how do you think they're gonna want to collaborate with these guys?
Yeah, because if they're gonna invite you for a 15-minute slot and paying you $200,000, and they look at you, because this is basically your CV.
It looks highly indisciplined.
Yeah,
And out
because
of
a musician's
control.
CV is what you show every
on
day.
stage,
There's no paper or whatever. So from your music, from how you perform on shows, how you comport yourself. So definitely it will have some effect, and that's why you will go for a show and they'll be treating you like or telling you things like a kid, because they've seen your history. They need your skill, but they don't like what happens around your show. So I think that all these things will sort of tarnish their image. It's not going to stop them from getting deals.
Yeah, most
but
def.
it's high time they stop all this.
Because I keep saying we have a pool of talent, and they've created this hate. I use the word hatred. Maybe it might sound too strong, but that is how you feel, and I don't understand, because we are just a little country with huge talents. Not only one, huge talents, but we like clowning on each other.
Bringing each other down, right?
Bringing each other, and that is it's not helping. Look at the way the so-called bigger ones are behaving. It's either everybody is shitting on Shatta Wale, he will come and say something, they will not, they will shit on him, and then later they will go and do what he says, right?
Yeah.
And then later, you expect the younger ones coming to give you that respect, but they can also see what you are doing to some of the international artists or those who have crossed the borders. The Shatta Wales, they are looking. So when they come in, they don't want to give you the respect.
So do you think
You are creating a huge division.
Do you think it's societal like indiscipline that is kind of like permeated into all these sectors of our?
I was just going to go to that. If you look at a year or two ago when Black Sheriff became very popular, I think he made one song and he won some awards, and Sarkodie tweeted and congratulated him or something like that. And I don't know, I think Shatta Wale did it or something like that. And people already jumped on Shatta Wale. They were saying, oh, is he like getting jealous because this guy is on top and all that? And he came out and ranted. And like you're saying, sometimes it's because of how people, the general public,
they relate to each other like on an average, like everyday basis.
People are not willing to understand the other person's. If this person is reigning now, fine. My fan is still this guy, but it doesn't matter if somebody else is reigning. But people just cannot make that disconnect. I cannot understand why my artist is not winning this. It's not this. It's not that. So I think that the general discipline of fans as well causes these things, because that's what they want to see, and they fight on behalf of their favorite artists.
Yeah, I think every fan base is gonna fight for their artists. But the question that I'm about to ask is like, these guys are like at the peak of their like their artistic success, right? So it's like people look up to them. Like Shatta's got a lot of people, Sark's got a lot of people. But the question now is like, do they have like the professionalism, right, to be able to kind of curtail these kind of like incidents? Can they kind of like restrain themselves a little bit and not create these scenes? Because it becomes an everyday thing. It's like, why would you kind of like say anything bad if you see like like SS people doing it? It's like even the older guys, the guys we look up to, they're doing this, right? All this confusion, all this like disrespect towards each other, right? Why can't we be a bit more mature and professional towards each other?
I do get it. Like you look at some other countries and you say, somebody will say, but what you guys are talking about, even in the US, they have this division. When division and not being able to relate to people, it's normal. It's part of our daily life. But at the same time, you should learn how to give people their flowers. You understand? And you can compare to some extent, but like you mentioned, somebody like Black Sheriff have won something, and you want to use it to shade Shatta Wale, who has a catalog of albums. But this guy had a single and awards. It doesn't make sense. You understand? And what you are doing is actually creating unnecessary division
Yeah.
and hatred for the new one coming.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that is what we've done. That is why somebody like Stonebwoy will feel like I'm a co-equal of Shatta Wale. But actually, no. Shatta Wale is from a different league. You understand? He's ahead of you. It's like you are saying Asian is a better player than Abedi Pele. You are dumb. Because Abedi Pele is from a different generation. You understand? Yeah. But hey, it is what currently the internet has served us, and, and people want to be, But back to the raid or the rave they had.
Rave, Tidal Rave.
Yeah. For me, it was a beautiful event. Shatta Wale was not even there. But when his song was played, my God, you should have seen the crowd. That is what we need. We need our artists. Sarkodie can go and perform at a show, and he'll be able to play a Shatta Wale song there. You understand? That kind of vibe where there is respect and unity.
Yeah.
That is all.
Cool. So your take on that? I think it's just the lack of professionalism. It's like, they just do not have respect for the industry they work in and their fellow artists they work with.
I think it comes from unnecessary competition.
Yes.
Every one of them is good in their own way, and it should just stay as that. They're not competing with anyone. Shatta Wale sings dancehall. Stonebwoy does raga or reggae or whatever.
Yeah.
Sarkodie does hip hop. Yeah. This guy does world music. So it's like Kwame Eugene does high life. So they are not in the same category. I don't know. You can't be famous in all fields. You can only be famous in your own field. And you're all already famous in your own individual field. So what is it with this trying to topple each other? I mean, Kwame Eugene can never be Sarkodie. Sarkodie can never be Kwame Eugene because no matter what you do, Kwame Eugene is better at some kind of songs than Sarkodie, and vice versa. So there shouldn't be any competition. So I think that talking about professionalism, they should all try to remain professional in their own expert fields and not try to crisscross each other. It doesn't make sense.
All right, folks. So as one of my elder friends would say, Ghana pefu. Ghana me wet. That's what my friend always says. I have no idea what it means. I hope it's nothing like derogatory or whatever the word is. So the point is like when we talk about professional, what my take would be, right? This guy should have kind of like constrained himself a little bit. Let Stonebwoy run the show, right?
Exactly.
And then you could go back, talk to the organizer or whoever is backstage, be like, can you signal the guy to get off? His time is up, right? Or like you said, you can give an extended time to the next artist. Stonebwoy took 10 minutes longer, so this guy can also have like what? 10 minutes of whatever. If that guy really appreciates his fans and wants to give his fans, what they came for, I think he can sacrifice 10 or 20 more minutes.
Listen, and this is for all Ghanaians. We have a very poor culture when it comes to timing.
Yeah.
We have to admit it.
What?
That
makes sense for no discussion.
2 o'clock. Obana me 4.
Yeah, that makes kind of warm. That like a whole other
and that is why it
has
entered into every fabric of our lives, where an artist feel like they're giving me 50, maybe 20. I can do what I do.
15 is 15.
The 15 is 15.
Exactly.
You understand? So that is why I emphasize on planning. Rules comes with planning. So when you have and then any show, even if they are not being paid, they are passing through, and they want to pass through, it is for free. You give them a regulation, please, because of this and that. We don't want trouble.
With the laws, exactly.
Because at the end of the day, sponsorship, people who sponsor all these things, you are everything event you organize. If it goes successfully, what you've done is you've brought a good name on not only the organizers and whatever, but also the promoters. So I think basically implicitly you stating that categorically both of them were wrong. Honestly speaking, because it doesn't matter.
Stonebwoy should have left when his time was up. This guy there was a better way of going about it, right?
Yes, but they were organizers of the show, so you don't take the rules into your hand.
It comes back to the same thing: discipline, professionalism, right?
And good planning.
Exactly, good planning. So it's Ghana, Befu.
Ghana.
So, folks, yeah, up to you. Leave your comments in the comment section. We all know this things keep playing back over and over again. Like, it's
pulling
like
gun on stage.
exactly. Pulling guns on stage. It's like, what you call the Kumawood guy, and so Jacko insulting. It's like, it's always, if you're short nigga, it's like they always like exchanging insults and bringing people down. So it's like, and then we keep comparing ourselves to Nigerians, right? You just had Rima perform at the Ballon d'Or, right? Did you see that? Rima was the Ballon d'Or first African artist to do it. These are the things you got to be aiming for so you can make us proud. We can come sit here and say good and great things about you guys. Not come with problems and discuss about the same old crap. Sorry for my French. All right, so DLS right here. Yeah, I thought that was French. Crap. DLS right here. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with us. Sub, like, share. We'll be back again with another episode.
Peace out.
Like, share, and subscribe. Quick. You like more. You. Don't go.
Whether you like it or yes.